So here we have the Nike Air Trainer Huarache SP Corteiz in light bone colour. And what you typically get, what I've seen anyway with the Corteiz, is the box that you get. It's got its own sort of branded box. Throwback to, I suppose, the 90s at the same time. But why I say it's like a Corteiz box, it's got the branding on there. But also, if you open the inside, it's got this sort of camo print, which is typical of a Corteiz. As far as I know, it's replicating the Alcatraz prison, I think, or island, so which is quite cool, and it's got that sort of camo print vibe to it as well. But you also get a couple of dog tags with it as well, so one with the Nike swoosh and same on the other side with the Corteiz swoosh, which is quite cool. Nice bit of extra. And then you also get a laces as well, which is I think 3M reflective as well, so and they're quite sort of similar in colour to ones that are already in there, so it's nice that they included those extras. But it's typically with Corteiz that they will do that. And the trainers themselves, they were originally released in 1992, so it's a trainer that's quite old now as well. And at the time, again, similar to the Huarache runners, they were part of that package where this one was more going towards having it as a cross-training trainer. So it was meant for things like lifting and just giving that sort of lockdown. That's the reason why you got this midfoot strap. And these were designed by Tinker Hatfield and Eric Gavar, and they also designed the Airflight Huarache as well. So it's one of those pieces of footwear that is is pretty much a trilogy of different Huarache sneakers that released. And this one, like I said, it's a Corteiz collab. So Corteiz is a UK/London based, I suppose, streetwear / artist type person. So a lot of the items that he releases are quite exclusive and can be quite sort of expensive as well. So with the details, it comes in a light bone and white colourway. And what I will say about the colourway, if you see it in photos, it looks really bright, but when you have it in hand, it's got more of a grey tint to it. So don't be deceived that you're thinking that it's pretty much an all-white sneaker. Out of the three of them that I've seen, the black one, which has got pony hair on it, which I know now, and then also the grey gully one, which is nice, and that seems to have more of a suede material, but I might be mistaken. I think this one, to me, is the better of the three. And what I like about these is, similar to the Huaraches, they have this neoprene sock liner, similar to the Jordan 7s as well, so Jordan 7s also have that. And what's nice about that is, it gives you a nice sort of feeling and sort of lockdown feeling as well. Also, the aim was to make the trainer lighter overall, and that's the reason why I like wearing Jordan 7s as well. So they're all kind of quite similar, and Jordan 7s released in the same year as well. And as I said earlier, it does have that mid-strap lockdown, and so I kind of like that. And it reminds me of, this is obviously kind of a sequel to the Air Trainer 1 as well. So in that respect, because it's made as a cross-training shoe, same as that one, and that's why why you have this sort of mid-foot lockdown. And from what I can tell, I think this is a Cushlon midsole. I might be wrong on that, but to me, it feels quite sort of soft and squishy, especially the inside. Maybe not the outer layer, but on the inside, it does feel very soft. And from what I know, it's got an airbag unit in the heel and also in the forefoot, so it kind of gives you that comfort, similar to the Huarache runner trainers and also the Flight Huaraches. And it's made up of all leather and synthetic construction, so the leather feels soft to me, and it has that kind of polyurethane coat to it. My only concern is on the sneakers app, it does say it's got both synthetic and also normal leather, so I'm not sure where the synthetic leather is. Maybe it's the suede on the back heel here, but also the front toe box, I'm not sure about it. In all honesty, it feels a bit on the cheaper side, when you sort of squish onto it. I'm just not sure about it. I kind of like the swoosh on there, but I'm not sure about the materials. And even though I've been wearing it so far, I can sort of see it's almost got like wrinkles on it already, and from wearing it. So so I've only sort of worn it for on foot really. And the price for these are £190, which is quite expensive. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium to firm side. They still feel firm on foot, but there's a bit of give to them, and still quite neutral. And because they've got that sort of boot-like structure, it kind of gives you that sort of feeling of a lightweight boot really. So which I kind of like. I don't like wearing boots in general, and I think this is a good solution to that. And you get enough sort of breathability and flexibility as well. And I would say there's not much support around the arch. The reason for that is it's meant to be a sneaker that is, like I said, supposed to be low to the ground because it's used as a cross-training shoe back in the day. And I don't mind that. I actually like that when you're kind of sort of casually walking around. And I'd say probably 6 to 10 hours for the leather to soften. There's points in the sneaker that you can sort of see where they've got cut out holes. That's to alleviate a lot of the stress, and you can sort of see that on the front here as well. So you shouldn't expect wrinkles, but like I said earlier, the wrinkles that I'm getting is really on the toe box. And I went true to size on these. Reason being is, I think if I'd, on the Corteiz website, not that I bought them from there, I actually got these on the sneakers app, but on the Corteiz website it did say to go down half size. And I'd probably recommend that for majority of people. I have a wide foot, and I thought these would fit similar to a Jordan 7, which I tend to go up in half size in. But with these ones, with socks on, thick socks on, my toe comes to about here, which is like perfect for me. But there's no reason why you couldn't go down half size, I think but I still would recommend going true to size just to give you that little bit of extra space. And it's not going to be like the end of the world because the sock liner inside will almost certainly, keep you locked in anyways. And in my opinion, this has got really great grip as well. So it has like a waffle pattern, but also because it sits flat to the ground, you shouldn't experience too many issues. And I kind of like the cuts that they have in between to allow you to flex the shoe, which is quite solid from the outside. So with the look and style, this is the part that I like about these, is the overall look and the style of the trainer. I like Huaraches in general, and this one I've never owned before, this particular model. And they were popular in the UK anyway, and maybe even the EU back in the 2000s, early 2000s I believe. And it's one of those sneakers that, like I said earlier, it's light bone in colour, but it's not an all white colour. Don't get that twisted, it's more on the grey side, and you can sort of see this panel here is definitely grey, but even the overlays and the toe box is almost that kind of light grey colour. You won't be able to see it within the light, but when you have it in hand, they're a lot more grey, which I actually kind of like I said, because they're less likely to show dirt. And it's a good autumn-winter sneaker because you have the overall lockdown. There is a bit of breathability, but because of this sock liner, it's going to keep you secure and in place. And just as another note, this lining around the silver lining that you see around here, that's made of some 3M material. And obviously it's a good casual sneaker, so it's more of a streetwear sneaker. And like I said, it has a sort of boot-like feel to it. And if kind of like almost like a Yeezy boot as well, like a desert boot kind of vibes. That's what kind of vibes it's giving me as well. But obviously this came out way before those did, but it's a similar sort of ethos to me. And it comes with the sail laces in there, but there's no reason why you couldn't put in a pair of green laces or even a pair of white laces. Like I said earlier, you do get the 3M ones as well. So with the final thoughts, I do like the neutral colourway, and I think this is probably the best of the bunch. And but I'm one of those people that tends to gravitate towards more neutral colourways unless there's a specific trainer that I'm really like, that is kind of wild and out there, such as the New Balance 1906R, Rosewater, or the Air Max 1 concept pack. And also I like the swoosh on the toe box, not the quality of leather itself, but this is a cool touch. You don't normally see these on trainer Huaraches. And then also you get the C logo, the Corteiz logo on the front, on the toe box, which seems to be the signature move. And then also on the back it's got the Nike Rules the World, which is a tagline from Corteiz. And then on the other side of the trainer you have the Corteiz Alcatraz logo. And then inside, which I don't mind, and I'm normally not a fan of the camo print, but it's got camo print on the sock liner, which I forgot to mention earlier. But overall, that makes it, pretty cool looking as well and a bit different. And the leather quality, as far as I can sort of see on the overlays, feels nice to the touch and soft, really soft. It's not that tumbled leather, but it's got that kind of soft feeling to it. So, like I said, it's just this part here I'm not sure about, and maybe the heel part. And like I said, it's got the extras like the dog tags and stuff, which is really cool. And in terms of cons, I think, like I said earlier, the toe box leather, I've talked about it twice now, so I'm not going to go over it again. And then also the cost, I think £190 is very expensive, and I feel like when I saw the retail price of the GR versions that are releasing late in 2025, I think even those seem to be quite high in price and probably will retail around £170, £180. And I feel that's quite a lot for a Air Huarache trainer. The reason I was happy to pay it for this one is because it was a collab and it was slightly different. But I wouldn't, normally would have paid that much money now, especially nowadays. I think, trainers are a bit too high in price, but this being a collab just makes it a bit more sort of special. And judging by, other Corteiz trainers, they tend to go up in price anyway. So let's just say, even if I didn't keep it, I think, it'd be one of those where I feel like the price will start steadily climbing upwards. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look of Stella 5 out of 5. I actually, like the look of these trainers, and that's the reason why I sort of went for them. I do remember them coming back out in the early sort of 90s and seeing people wearing them, and at that time I couldn't afford them. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. It's not a 5 comfort, but it's quite sort of soft on the inside and similar to a Huarache runner, but maybe not as soft as those. But it's still got a bit of give to it, and also a nice sort of firm support. And the quality, I'm going to give it a 4. The reason why I say with the quality, it's mainly just the toe box, and I don't know, some of the materials, the synthetic overlays I'm not sure about, but I'm not sure if they're actual real leather or not. But at the same time, I'm a bit dubious about it, and also not sure how it will wear over time. But other than that, it's a good quality sneaker. And the pricing, I'm going to give it a 4. I was nearly going to give it a 3 because I feel like, the price is really, really high. But trainers seem to be sort of at that price anyway at the moment. But overall, I'm going to give the score a 5. The reason being is it's just a really cool collab. And even though it's got its downfalls, maybe the comfort might not be up there, the pricing's on the high side, and the quality may not be still up there. I think Corteiz have done enough to the trainer to basically, make it worthwhile to have a pair, in my opinion. And I think it's something different, something that you don't normally see, and it's quite niche, and you won't see many people wearing these types of trainers out on the streets because they're a bit weird and a bit different. I suppose similar to Yeezy stuff nowadays.